Robbie, would like to vote yes.
Thank you very much there, Ellen. I'd just like to talk for a minute about my childhood as a pupil within the reign of the Scottish Government. When I was young, we used to have the celebrations that I'm sure you'd expect in a Scottish household within our school. We'd have St Andrew's Day celebrations, we'd have a bird supper, we'd take these things, we'd have a poetry competition. And it always confused me when I was younger. What country do I belong to? Do I belong to Scotland? Do I belong to the UK? It was confusing. I always wondered, what is my identity? Well, I've decided now that I'm a Scottish person. I mean, I used to believe that the UK was the begin all and end all of affairs in Scotland, but it's not. We can create decisions on our own, and we have for the past since 1997 when the Devolution Act was passed. I just wanted to speak to you for a few moments about why, what the arguments that swayed me about the case for independence. If you could just give me a moment, please. Our nation, Scotland, is one that has existed for centuries. Has it lasted many a historical event and is one of the most prestigious nations. This status, however, is under threat. You'll notice here in the hall and outside on the flagpole we have the St Andrew's Cross, our flag. This, our dialect, our accent may cease to matter in the coming years. 300 years we have been in a union, and what have we got for it? Nothing. Now, on the 19th of September 2014, when you wake up, will your children know what could have been for Scotland? What could their country have been like? And I'm shocked, honestly, that the Westminster MPs want to impose such harsh cuts on the poor, a system that victimises them and ridicules them. I don't condone those who seek to abuse the welfare system. I don't think it's one to be exploited, but I believe it's a welfare system that must help those in need, those who face a struggle day in and day out. The Westminster MPs that launched these cuts on the people of Scotland and indeed the people of the rest of the United Kingdom, we'd see them as animals. We've talked about ATOS workers who have simply bypassed these people in order to make profit. Better yet, Scotland has 59 members of the London Parliament to represent and defend her interests. The City of London has 139 and even has its own devolved assembly. Simple mathematics will tell you that Scotland is simply taken out of the representational equation. They squander our wealth, victimise our poor, and tell Scotland it can't even be a country anymore. We are people who must stand by our country and stand by our pride in our nationhood, as our nation has stood for so long and cannot end like this. We have the massive opportunity to create a country, a better country for our children. We have the chance for our generation, young and old, rich and poor, to leave a legacy for the future. A legacy for our children. A future in which Scotland can join the world and play a part in making it a better place. Scotland can afford to be independent by a vast country mile. The statistics prove that. Subsequent UK governments have wasted 40 years' worth of North Sea oil and gas. And has life in Scotland improved? No. It's gotten vastly and terribly worse. 300 years of having our decisions made for us. Do you really want 300 more? I ask you now, another 300 years for Scotland and its people to fade away into history. Do you want the union that has failed Scotland and the Scottish people time and time again to dictate the way your children live? For our children to be saddled with a foreign debt that they will not be able to pay within their lifetime? A country merely used to build a tiny nuclear weapon system and pump cheap energy for all. Even in economics, what does the UK offer us now? What powerhouse in an industry keeps this island afloat? Yorkshire puddings, the Welsh leek trade, Cornish pasties, what they've left of Scotland's resources we will use to forge a new nation. A nation people can be proud to call home. That is a future I'm sure we all want. And I believe this is a future we should take for Scotland and ourselves. A free and prosperous people once again. So I'm asking you, for your children and my children and the children of everyone in this room, to vote yes in 2014, as our very future depends on it.
Thank you very much for that very passionate speech, Robbie.